Hello everybody, I'm Michael, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Marvel Superheroes Avengers Infinity War Bricktober pack that was recently released from the LEGO store and the LEGO shop website. I'm very excited about this product. I've been waiting for it for a few months now, ever since it was originally kind of revealed or shown off. I'm glad that they finally released it, and let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. So let's go ahead and cut this open and look at the figures inside. So it looks like we just have a few little pieces of tape on each side. We're just going to go ahead and cut those so I don't rip off any of the kind of box art or anything. I'm very excited to open this. Been waiting for this for a very long time. And let's go ahead and cut the last one. So it looks like we can just slide it out of the little plastic. I really like the presentation on these boxes. It's very easy to see what's inside, but it also looks very kind of classy and nice. Okay, so I'll be back when we get a look at the first figure. The first figure up is War Machine. This is just an incredible looking figure. Everything from the face mask to even the arms have this amazing printing. We have probably 3 or 4 different colors of gray on every part of him, and then a few shades of red there as well. His helmet is just incredible with those little red eye holes there, and even some just kind of black line printing to show maybe some little panels or flaps or something. And then on the chest we have the arc reactor with a little red panel over it to make it just kind of fit the theme of War Machine. And it just overall, this figure is incredible. His mask does lift up, and I'll show that in a minute. If we go ahead and show him to the side, he has some just more incredible arm printing there using a few different colors of gray. What's really interesting to me about these Bricktober characters is see how his backpack is already built. So somebody did have to build this to put this in this box, which is kind of interesting to me that they sent them all already put together. Normally LEGO does not do that, even with like kind of promotional things, but I'm glad that they did with this because it definitely makes the presentation a lot better in the box. I do really like his kind of arm cannon here and his little shoulder blaster. I definitely like how it looks. I wish they kind of would have made that a stud shooter, but I definitely think that it looks good like this. I'll take this off in a minute and show some more of his back printing. He does not have any back leg printing, which is a little sad because there's just so much great printing everywhere else. Here we have some more really good looking arm printing. And let's go ahead and look at him and his little mask and take off the backpack and such. So the mask does open just like many of the other Iron Man masks. You just kind of lift up the bottom and it's all on a hinge. So you can see Rhodey under there. Let's go ahead and take off the helmet completely. Just a normal minifigure head there. Definitely like the face printing. Looks a lot like him in the movies and things. Oh, and this is really cool. He has kind of a HUD or kind of heads-up display there with the helmet that you'd kind of put over. I really like how this looks. I wish they would have put that on the front side. I think it's kind of weird that they didn't, that they showed this on the back, especially since somebody did kind of put this together. Maybe they're normally supposed to be like that. I guess that might have been human error or something, but I still think that that's so cool that they included that face. It looks fantastic. We have just a little bit of like kind of grid there and showing maybe a little kind of targeting marker and a couple little lines on the side. But overall, I really like both of these print on his face and the helmet itself. So let's go ahead and look at the back of the torso without the cannon piece. Here's some more of that fantastic printing continuing to the back. I definitely like how this looks. Definitely fits along with the War Machine and kind of metal and full armor plating there. We have a bunch of different colors of gray. There's no red on this side, unfortunately, but still, this is just a fantastic figure. And also there's a look at the back face once again without any kind of hindrance. Definitely a fantastic face, definitely really great printing. This is just an incredible figure overall, and I'm so happy to be able to have him. The next character up is Wong. He has a very nice looking head printing on this side. He has a nice little mustache and goatee. I really like how they did his torso printing, and that they did the arms in a slightly different color so that it shows just kind of layering between the red and the blue there. I really like how detailed they got with the printing there, that you can see some stitching and a few different kind of little pouches and some little gaps in the clothing and even some little crease marks. But overall, once again, this is a fantastic figure. His accessory is a 2x2 printed tile that's supposed to look like one of the books from, I assume, the Doctor Strange movies. But overall, very good figure. I wish they would have made this one of the actual LEGO book pieces, because as you can see on this side, it is very kind of barren looking. He has kind of dual molded legs there with a little bit of black continuing up from the bottom of his boot to his side on the side. And on the back, we can see the dual molded legs once again, and there's also a few more kind of rumples, and it shows both of the layers of his clothing, and then kind of a big brown belt. No back printing on his head because there is no hair or anything to cover it, but overall, once again, just a fantastic figure. Third, we have Bucky Barnes with the Wakandan metal arm. Just another incredible figure. He has a nice looking hairpiece as well as a very well printed face piece. I really like the kind of detailing that they were able to capture on his chest, so in some kind of pleating or almost tuxedo looking shirt there. I like his pants. We just have a very simplistic dual molding with a kind of olive green and black with a little band down there just to show a little bit more detail. Very nice looking figure. He has just a normal little blaster piece there with 2 barrels. There is no side printing on his torso, but there is a little bit on his leg. Let me go ahead and move his arm up and I can show that off better. But he has what looks like maybe the holster for his weapon there. Definitely looks very nice. And then on the back he has a little bit more printing, showing some more detail continuing from the front of his shirt, and we can also see the dual molding on his legs again. And on this side we see that nice kind of gold and silver Wakandan metal arm. There is no leg printing on here, which I think is quite nice because it just shows that that side is the holster. Overall, just a fantastic figure. Let's go ahead and look at his secondary face. His alternate face is very angry and very mean looking. This definitely fits the character of Winter Soldier and Bucky Barnes whenever he's fighting. I really like that they included a secondary face for this character, and just all of these characters in general. Let's go ahead and get on to the fourth and final figure. Here is the fourth and my personal favorite minifigure. It is Tony Stark from the beginning of Avengers Infinity War whenever he's running through the park with Pepper. The only thing I do not like about this figure is the hairpiece. It's not perfect, but I do think it is the best that they could have done without making a completely new hairpiece for him. I like his face printing here. We have a nice kind of goatee and him just kind of being his normal kind of smug self. There are a few lines on the side of his face, but my favorite part of all of this is this nice kind of jacket where there's a lot of great orange kind of line detailing there, and we can see the arc reactor in the center. I don't know if this will show on camera, but there is a nice amount of kind of what almost looks camouflaged pattern there using a few different colors of gray. This is just a fantastic printing here. Let's go ahead and look at the side now. We have a few more printings coming over from the front of the jacket with a little bit more orange and some of that nice camouflage kind of gray color. And then on the back we have what would be the hood of his jacket. There's no orange on this side, but I think that's fine. I wish they would have continued that kind of camouflage pattern onto the back of his legs instead of just the back of his torso, because it does kind of look weird just going from the torso to the pants that are just solid gray. And on the other side we have an identical arm there with a little bit of that kind of orange detailing with some of that dark gray camouflage. He does have an alternate face, so I'll go ahead and show that now. His alternate face is definitely more frightened or scared than the original one. I'm glad that they included this one because it shows that Tony Stark isn't always kind of smug or arrogant. But it definitely adds a lot of character and kind of playability here because you could have him in a few different scenes of the Avengers Infinity War movie. But overall, once again, this is just my favorite figure from this Infinity War Bricktober pack. I'm going to take a look at the box without any of the figures in it now just to kind of look at some of this incredible detailing on here. In the top left-hand corner, we see the LEGO Marvel Superheroes logo, which is the same from all of the sets. And in the top right-hand corner, we have the Avengers Infinity War logo with a little Marvel logo there, as well as Thanos with all of the stones inside of the Infinity Gauntlet. The yellow part of this box is very nice. We have just some kind of like comic book lines and detailing there. I'm very glad that they included that. And on the bottom, there is a little thing that says limited edition, and then it says building toy. This has 22 pieces and it was recommended for ages 6+. On the top of the box we see just another LEGO Marvel Superheroes logo. And finally on the back of the box there's just a lot of kind of warnings in other languages. I assumed since this isn't a specifically American product like many of them are. Once again we see the LEGO Marvel Superheroes logo and a MarvelKids.com logo there. Kind of weird that they're advertising something else on a LEGO box. And on the bottom, we have the LEGO Marvel Superheroes logo with Thanos. Overall, very nice looking box, very nicely presented here. I'm glad that they do these kind of nice display boxes. I will definitely be keeping the figures in here probably because it just looks nice in there. That's how they were meant to be displayed. I probably will get rid of the extra little piece of plastic because that does make it very hard to kind of stand up flat. But overall, I definitely like that they presented these in these nice boxes, and it definitely fits the kind of collector exclusive theme. This is, in my opinion, the best LEGO Bricktober pack that has ever been made. The level of detail of all of these characters is just phenomenal. Even characters from kind of not very important scenes like the Tony Stark in the jacket and the Wong minifigure, they just look incredible. I wish they were able to capture this level of detail in every single LEGO minifigure, but I understand why they can't, because that would make it a little bit more expensive for every set. But if you are thinking about purchasing any LEGO sets from the LEGO store or LEGO shop at home, now is definitely a good time, because like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, you will be getting this for free as well as the puppy poly bag for free. And even if you don't really want this, this is selling for about $30 to $40 on eBay in the secondhand market. As much as I don't really think you should sell this because the figures are just all incredible, if you wanted to get about half price kind of for your sets or whatever you wanted to buy if you were spending only $75, this is definitely kind of worth it. These figures are very nice looking. I'm glad to have them to my collection, and I'm very glad that they finally released these Bricktober packs for Marvel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as comment any questions or anything you may have, and I'll see you later.